Well, students, good morning. All the time I say good morning because it's an excellent greeting that we use. And here we have the information that today is Tuesday, September 21st. Tuesday, September 21st. Tuesday. Oh, very good. Tuesday, September 21st. Cuando yo quiero saber qué día es, yo pregunto en inglés, student, what day is today? What day is today? Tuesday. What day is today? Tuesday. Remember, siempre que yo quiera saber qué día es, what day is today? Tuesday. What day is today? Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday. Other option, otra respuesta podría ser, it's Tuesday. What day is today? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Hey, very good. Tuesday? It's Tuesday. So remember that today is Tuesday, September 21st. Cuando yo quiero saber la fecha completa, o sea, el día, el mes y el día y el número del mes en el que estamos, in English, we all the time, we are going to say, what's the date today? What's the date today? ¿Qué fecha es? ¿A cómo estamos hoy? ¿O cuál es el día de hoy con fecha e información completa? What's the date today? Tuesday, September 21st. Tuesday, September 21st. Remember, what's the date today? ¿Qué fecha es? And what day is today? What day is today? Es qué día es. So that is the information that we have. Okay, students, here we have a greeting. Remember that the greetings are very important because siempre que llegamos a un lugar tenemos que greet. Tenemos que greet people. And remember that we have how are you? You know how are you? O how you doing? How are you ya no se está utilizando muchísimo. Rara la persona que dice how are you? You dicen how you doing? How you doing? Yes? How is it going? How you doing? How is it going? And also we have Sept. Yes? Hey buddy, what's up? Remember that buddy is expression that means mi hermano, mi llave, yeah, mi pana, el mejor amigo de todos. Decimos, hey buddy, sup, yeah, hey buddy, what's up? Remember that the answer for what's up is not much. Hey buddy, what's up? Not much. Hey buddy, what's up? Not much. What's up? What's up? Remember that we have other option. The other option is what's new. What's new? Okay. What's new? What's new? What's up? Is the same. Cualquiera de las dos que usted utilice, what's up, what's new, is gonna be okay. Remember, solamente con los amigos, con los buddies. ¿Qué significa buddies? Las personas con las cuales usted está all the time. And here we have another one. Una nueva para hoy. The student says, hey buddy, what's popping? Hey, very good. Students, what's popping is igual. Okay, what's up? What's new? So, what do you prefer? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's new? Hey, what's popping? What is the answer? Remember that the answer is going to be not much. So remember, students, that we have options. How you doing? How is it going? Hey, how you doing? How is it going? How you doing? How is it going? Yes, elegant. It's not elegant. Informal. We have what's up. Informal. We have what's new. Informal. We have what's popping. So what do you prefer? What's up? What's new? What's popping? Cualquiera de las tres que utilicen significa habla y qué. Todo bien. That is a street language. Okay, students, we are going to start unit number 3. What are we going to learn? ¿Qué vamos a aprender en esta unidad? We are going to talk about exercise and how to stay healthy using the simple present and present continuous. Class, we are going to talk about exercising and stay healthy. Cómo mantenernos saludables haciendo ejercicios. What are we going to use? We are going to use the simple present and we are going to use the present continuous. And also we are going to discuss health problems using if and when. So today we are going to study lesson A and we are going to study lesson B. Students, aprovecho para qué? Aprovecho para contarles que ya el libro Cambridge está activado. Ya usted tiene su usuario de Cambridge, puede comenzar a trabajar desde el día de hoy. Cambridge, ya usted tiene su password, so you can start working. Okay, students? So remember that we are going to start that. Okay, students, let's continue with the class. Here we have. Yes. Bueno, señorita.
¿Cómo sabe dónde poner su contraseña y el usuario de Cambridge?
Con el usuario de Cambridge, la contraseña es la que tú utilizas para el Sinú, o la que tú utilizas para el EVA, o la que tú utilizas para el Facebook o para el Instagram. Cualquiera de esas cuatro. Intenta con la del EVA, intenta con la del Sinú, o con la del Instagram o la del Facebook. Si ninguna de las cuatro te funciona, entra donde dice olvidé contraseña y ahí te van a dar el link para que actualices tu password. Right?
Profe, una pregunta.
Yes.
El código de Cambridge.
Los códigos de Cambridge me los enviaron a mí. Yo los matriculé a ustedes. Ya ustedes están matriculados.
Ah, ok. Muchas gracias.
Ya
profe.
todos están. Ustedes no tienen que buscar código. Ya yo los matriculé a ustedes. Ustedes solamente tienen que averiguar cuál es su usuario o averiguar cuál es su contraseña y comenzar a trabajar. Van a comenzar a trabajar desde la unit number 3, unidad número 3. Si usted quiere hacer la unidad 1 y la unidad 2 para practicar, ok, that's perfect. But vamos a comenzar con la unit number 3. Okay, students, here we have picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3, picture number 4, 5, and 6. And here we have the information. Eat plenty fruits and vegetables. Go to the gym and work out. Play sports. Take regular breaks to cope with stress. Sleep at least 7 hours a night. And get up a checkup once a year. So students, these are recommendations. These are recommendations. Yes, of course, these are recommendations or these are tips to be in good physical conditions. Yes. Okay, students, these are what? These are tips. Or maybe you can say that these are recommendations. Tips, recommendation, advices is the same. So students, so these are what? These are tips, these are recommendations, or these are advices, right? That we are going to have here. So students, tips, recommendations, advices. That's very nice. Well, students, so here we have, we are talking about the tips, recommendations, and advice. In Spanish, tips, teacher, consejos, recomendaciones. Yes? Sugerencias. Okay, very good. And recommendations, Recommendation, consejos, sugerencias o recomendaciones. ¿Y qué significa advices? Advices significa tip, recommendations, or yes, advices. Sorry, here, advices. Okay, students. Number one, student here we have number one is eat plenty fruits and vegetables. Go to the gym and work out. Play sports. Take regular breaks to cope with the stress. Sleep at least 7 hours a night and get a checkup once a year. In Spanish, students in Spanish, number three. In Spanish, number three. Play sports in Spanish.
Hacer deporte.
Very good. To practice sports. Student, what about number four? Take regular breaks to cope with stress. In Spanish, number four, take regular breaks to cope with stress. Student, this one is take regular breaks to cope with stress is sleep to relax. That's it. Descansar para relajarse y no estresarse. That is take regular breaks. Okay, student. Now let's go. What is, student, what is number one? Student, number one, what is the tip for number one? What is the recommendation for number one? Or what is the advice for number one?
Eat plain fruits and vegetables, creo.
Yes, very good. Number one is eat plenty fruits and vegetables. Remember, students, when I say eat plenty, is eat a lot. Eat a lot. So remember that eat plenty is eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Very good, student. Hey, what about number two, students? What about number two? What is number two? Very easy, students. Number two, go to the gym, work out. Yes, go to the gym and work out. Hey, very good. Go to the gym, work out. Hey, do you go to the gym? Hey, do you go to the gym? That is a question. What about number three, students? What about number three? According to the tip, what is the tip? What is the recommendation? What is the advice for number three?
Play sports.
Yeah, very good. Hey, number three is play sports. Yes. Number three, play sports. So here we have play sport. That is number three. That is the tip or that is the recommendation. Number two. Okay, number two is go to the gym and exercise. Yes, go to the gym. Yes, students, go to the gym. Ir al gimnasio y hacer ejercicio, porque muchas veces van al gimnasio, pero no hacen ejercicio, sino que se sientan allá. So that is the recommendation. Number one, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Number two, go to the gym and work out. And number three, play sports. Play sports. That's right. Hey, what about number four? According to the picture, what is the recommendation? What is the tip? What is the advice for number four? Teacher, sleep to relax. Yes. Other option, um, take regular breaks to cope with the stress. That's it. Student is when you are going to sleep because you want to relax. That is number four. Yes. Take regular breaks to cope with the stress. Student, what about number five? Number 5. Very easy, students. Number 5,
Sí,
sleep at least
7 hours.
hours a night. Yes, sleep at least 7 hours a night. Remember, students, that at least is por lo menos, mínimo, at least, mínimo. Yes? Okay, how do you say por lo menos or a mínimo? At least, but depending on the organization. Sleep at least 7 hour 7 hours a night. Sleep at least 7 hours a night. Yes? At least. Parecido como cuando uno dice at last, al fin. Yes? Cuando una persona está estudiando y lleva 15 años estudiando en la universidad y cuando se gradúa tú dices at last. Yeah, at last. Yes? O tú le estás diciendo a tu pareja que te regale algo y llevas 6 meses diciéndole que te regale algo y cuando te lo entrega tú dices, uff, at last, al fin. Yes, students, and number 6, to finish, we are going to have number 6. And what is number 6, student? What is number 6? Number 6 is get a checkup once a year. In Spanish, go to the doctor. Get a checkup once a year. In Spanish, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor for a physical checkup. Or go to the doctor for an annual checkup. Yes, go to the doctor for a checkup. Yes. No, yo no voy al doctor hace 20 años. Okay, hey, go to the doctor, eh? Go to the doctor once a year. That is number 6. Okay, students, do you eat questions? Do you eat fruits? Do you eat fruits, students? Answer my question. Personal opinion. Yeah, volunteer. Do you eat fruits? Or do you eat vegetables? Yes, teacher, I eat fruits. Yes, teacher, I eat vegetables. Okay. What fruits do you eat? What kind of vegetables do you eat? Tell me, please. What fruits and vegetables do you eat? Volunteer? Oh, you don't eat fruits. Hey, what about, do you go to the gym? Do you work out? ¿Hacen ejercicio? Yes, teacher, I work out in the park. Okay, teacher, I work out at home. Yes? Oh, yes, I go to the gym and work out. Another question is maybe, what sports do you practice? What sports do you play? No, I play soccer on Saturdays. I play basketball or I play volleyball. So depending on the situation, you are going to express what sports do you play, what sports do you practice. Another question to finish. How many hours, cuántas horas do you sleep? How many hours do you sleep? Yes? How many hours do you sleep a night? How many hours do you sleep at night? No, teacher, I sleep 2 hours, or I sleep 3 hours, or I sleep 4 hours. Okay, students, here we have 6 people that they are going to comment, they are going to express ideas, recommendations to stay healthy. In Spanish, stay healthy, estar en buenas condiciones de salud. Yes, that is expressions. Student, here we have here we have the number 1 information that we are going to share. I'm going to share with you, student. Well, number 1, here the man says, well, I generally don't eat a lot of junk food and I don't eat red meat at all. At night, and right now I'm doing karate. It's getting me in shape quick. What is the name of the man? Teacher, he is Brian Jones. Brian Jones, what does he say about healthy? He says, well, I generally don't eat salchipapas. I don't eat hamburgers. I don't eat hot dog. I don't eat pizza, etc., etc. I don't eat junk food. No, no pizza, no hamburger. I don't eat red meat. Yes. Teacher, where's red meat? Yes. Beef, carne, de ganado. I don't eat red meat at all. Ni porque se me la regalen. Right now, what is he doing? In this moment, he's practicing karate. He's doing karate. Yeah, that is the opinion. Another opinion about Lisa da Silva from Brazil, or maybe from Portugal. Not really. I kind of eat everything I want. I kind of eat everything I want. I don't do anything to stay in shape. I'm just lucky, I guess. Well, that is Luisa da Silva. Does Lisa exercises? No. Lisa doesn't exercise. Lisa doesn't pay attention to the gym. Lisa eats pizza, hamburger, red meat, fish, ice cream, etc., etc. So different opinions. Yeah, different opinions. What about number two? Yes. Okay. Number two, Carmen Sanchez, a student. Right now, I'm trying to lose weight before my school reunion. So, so, entonces, so, por eso, so, de esa manera, I am drinking these diet drinks for dinner. Yeah. What does she do? Okay, Carmen drinks diet drinks. Carmen drink diet drinks. And the other guy, Brian Jones, practices karate. Yes, he does karate. Yes. And Lisa, Lisa, no, nothing for Lisa. And what about Mailing Jew? Yeah. Mailing Jew says, well, I walk everywhere I go because I don't have a car. So I think that I get enough exercise. So Mailing walks, camina para todas partes. Why? No money for transportation. No tiene dinero para comprarse un carro, so I walk everywhere. Go to school, go to the university, go to work, go to the supermarket, walking, walking, and walking. Hey, that's good. Hey, what about number five? What's your opinion about Michael Evans' recommendation, student? What's your opinion? What's your opinion about Michael Evans' recommendation? What does he do? ¿Qué hace él para estar en forma? What does he do to be healthy, to stay in shape? What does he do, students? Tell me. Because he says, to be honest, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm studying for exam this month. So, por eso, I'm eating a lot of snacks and I'm not getting any exercises at all. What do you think about Michael Evans' opinion? Is good or is bad? What do you think, students? Well, for the teacher's opinion, well, he is a student and maybe he is stressed. He has anxiety, so he eats a lot of snacks. Okay, students, and we are going to finish with the parks. The park is a family, is a couple, a husband and a wife. And they say, We exercise 6 days a week. We go swimming every other day. And in between, we go to the gym. And once a while, we go hiking. Student, this is the park. The park is a good family. Yes, they are a healthy family, and they are doing a lot of things well. That's nice. So, what do you prefer, student? What do you prefer? Brian, Lisa, Maylene? Yes. The parks, remember, students, that different people have different habits of um, practicing. Yes. Depending on the person, that's gonna be the life. Yes, maybe people likes to exercise, other person doesn't like to exercise, other people have eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, other people go to the gym, other people don't go to the gym, other people don't do any exercise at all. Those are the different situations, the perks. Well, students, now here we have an activity. The activity is you are going to complete sentences number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, and number six. What are you going to use? You are going to use the simple present. Yes? Or you are going to use the present progressive. Remember, you are going to use simple present or you are going to use the present progressive. Okay, students, you are going to compete using the simple present and using the present progressive, right? So you are going to use the simple present and you are going to use the present progressive. 5 minutes. Le voy a dar 5 minutos para que me hagan este ejercicio. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So you are going to make this exercise. Okay, it's going to be better this way, right? Okay. Right. Okay, students, 5 minutes. No, 5 minutes is a lot of time. Maybe it's gonna be like, yes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, like 3 minutes, student. 3 minutes to finish this. I generally not eat, so it's going to be negative, junk food. I usually enough exercise. We usually go to the gym every other day. I eat a lot of snacks next month. These days, I negative get any exercise at all. Right now, try to get in shape. Well, students, before I continue, this is the vocabulary that we are using. We usually, these days, right now. Question number one, student, in Spanish, ¿qué significa junk food? What is junk food in Spanish? Junk food is comidas rápidas, okay? Very good, Laura. Very good, Laura. Student, what is go to the gym every other day? Student, what is every other day in Spanish? Every other day in Spanish.
Cualquier día,
Cualquier
profe.
otro día.
Every other day is día por medio. Día por medio. Every other day, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays. Día por medio, every other day. Es igual que every day. ¿Qué significa every day? Every day, todos los días. Pero cuando metemos el other, every other day es día por medio. ¿Cómo vas a trabajar tú? Every other day. ¿Cuándo vas a la universidad? Every other day. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays. Okay, students, please, and the last one to finish, number 6, get in shape. In Spanish, get in shape, students. Ya sea oral o message, text or oral, ya sea oral o por mensaje. What is get in shape, students?
Ponerse en forma o ponte
Ya
en forma.
mantener la forma, estar en buenas condiciones físicas. Yes? Yes, de acuerdo con la estatura, according to the height. Okay, student. Number one, number one, student. Student, I generally.
Sería don't eat.
Yeah, very good. Yes. Yeah, of course, students. Number one is going to
I
be
generally
negative.
don't.
Yeah, continue. Yes.
Sería I generally don't eat good or good food.
Yeah, very good. Yes. Number one, I generally don't eat junk food. Remember that the junk food is salchipapas, perros calientes. Okay, I'm sorry, hamburger, hot dogs, pizza, etc. Okay, students. Number two, I usually, yeah, students. Here, number two is get. What
Puede
is
ser,
get? Yeah, I usually get enough exercise. Queda igual, yeah, because it's simple present. I usually get enough exercise. In Spanish, enough exercise. In Spanish, enough exercise is, yes, a lot exercise. Okay, student, what about number 3? We usually do the gym every other day. Complete the sentence, please. Number 3. Very easy. Very easy.
no queda igual.
Yeah, of course. Excellent. Queda igual. ¿Cómo quedaría, please? Tell me.
We usually go to the gym every other day.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually go to the gym every other day. In Spanish, every other day.
Día de por medio.
Very good. Yes, that's nice. Every other day. What about number 4? What about number 4? I a lot of snacks this month. Yeah, students.
I
It's
be
going to be, yes, tell me, number 4. Number 4, student. It. Yes. So it's going to be it. Number 4, student. All right, student. What about number 5? Hey, very easy. Number 5. These days, I, student, number 5.
Don't get.
Yeah, these days, I don't get any exercise at all. It's going to be negative. Yeah, number 5 is going to be don't get. Remember that is a negation. Number 1, don't eat. Number 2, get. Number 3, go. Number 4, eat. Number 5, don't get because it's negative. Okay, students, what about number 6? What about number 6? That is right now,
También
I,
queda igual.
yeah,
try
why? Students, right now, in Spanish, right now,
ahora mismo.
uh-huh, very good. Ahora mismo, right now, students, right now is going to be uh, present progressive. ¿Cómo así que present progressive, teacher? Present progressive is going to be I am trying. Yes. Very good. Yes. Remember that is present progressive. ¿Por qué utilizamos el present progressive? Teacher, we use the present progressive because eso está sucediendo en este momento. ¿Y cómo sabes tú que está sucediendo en ese momento, teacher? Because right now indica que eso está sucediendo en este momento. That's it. Right now I am trying. En este momento yo estoy tratando de qué? Right now I'm trying to get in shape. Yes, right now is present progressive. Okay, students. Question for you: Do you, what food, what junk food do you eat? Which junk food do you eat? Which junk food do you eat? Which junk food do you eat, students?
Good morning, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine.
Well,
And you? And you?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's
Well,
good.
I
Uh, yeah.
generally
What's your name?
Jennifer Ponce.
Okay, Jennifer, tell me.
Junk food is a hot dog or something like that, or I can't remember what is junk food.
Yeah, Jennifer, junk food is hamburgers, pizza, hot dogs, salchipapas, yeah,
Well,
chorizo,
I
snacks.
generally I generally eat hot dog with pizza.
Yes. Wow. Every Saturday? Every
No,
Saturday?
no. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Very good. Yes. Okay. Another question, class. Hey, do you go to the gym? Jennifer, Laura, hey, do you go to the gym? Yes, teacher, I generally go to the gym, or no, I don't go to the gym at all. What's your opinion, Jennifer and Laura?
No, teacher, I don't go to the gym
Why? Why don't you go to the gym? Why?
because really I am really lazy, a little lazy to do exercise.
Oh, yes. Okay, you are a little lazy to do exercise. Okay, that's it. Mhm. Okay, another opinion? No? Okay. Students, do you eat a lot of snacks? What is a snacks, teacher? Snacks is like Doritos, risadas, margaritas, uh, de todito, etc. Yes? Snack candies, chocolates, soda, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Do you eat snacks every day? Do you eat snacks? Yes, teacher, I eat snacks. No, teacher, I don't eat snacks. No, teacher, not at all. Nada. Not at all means yo no como nada de eso. Not at all. ¿Tú tomas? Not at all. Okay, question. Do you eat a lot of snacks? Okay, question for the teacher, please. Question about junk food for the teacher. Question about exercise. Question about snacks. Questions about in shape.
Teacher, right now, do you try to get in shape?
Yes, right now, I am trying to get in shape. Yes, because I am a little chubby. Estoy un poquito gordo. I am a little chubby, and the teacher right now is trying to get in shape. But I don't go to the gym. I exercise at home. Another question.
Do you eat junk food?
No, I don't eat junk food. I eat a hot dog uh, every other month. Every other month. In Spanish, every other month.
Cada mes.
Every other month, cada 2 meses.
Ah, okay.
Me como a hot dog. Yes, yeah, that's it. Only one hot dog in 2 months. For example, I eat in September, last Saturday. Okay, now October, no, November, yes, maybe in December, I eat hot dog. That's it. Well, students, remember that we are practicing the simple present in for affirmative or negative. For example, here we have, she washes the car. What is the negative, student, for this one?
She doesn't wash the car.
Yeah, she doesn't wash the car. That is the negative idea or the negative sentence. She doesn't wash the car. That's it. Remember that we have affirmative or negative. Yeah. And here we have the affirmative. Yeah. For example, he plays soccer. Yes. That is the affirmative. He plays soccer every day. What is the negative, students, for this one?
He doesn't play soccer.
Yeah, he doesn't play soccer. That's it. That is the negation. He buys in the one. He buys in the one. This is the affirmative. What is the negative, student?
He doesn't buy in the,
The one. In Spanish, the one.
de uno.
The uno. No. The one significa el mejor de todos. The one. Yes, students. The one. The one. The one significa el mejor de todos o la mejor de todas. ¿Por qué estás con ella? Oh, she is the one. La mejor de todas. Yes, that's it. ¿Por qué estás con él? Ah, no, because he is the one. Porque él es el mejor de todos. El supermercado se llama the one, that is the best. What's the expression? Okay, student. Affirmative. She cries at school. What is the negative, students?
She doesn't read at school.
Yeah, she doesn't cry at school. Student, we have a affirmative and we have the negative. For example, here we have Mr. Barack Obama. He smokes at nights, students. He smokes at night. What is the negative?
He doesn't smoke at night.
He doesn't smoke at nights. Very good. Student, here we have another sentence. They dance salsa. What is the negative, student, for they dance salsa? What is the negative?
They don't dance that salsa.
Yeah, very good, students. The negation is they don't dance salsa. Why? Because it's negative. Because that is the negative of the simple present. Remembering that when we are using the negative for the simple present, I, you, we, or they, the negation that we are going to use is don't. I don't, you don't, we don't, they don't. Yes, that is when you say I don't, yo no. ¿Qué no haces tú? I don't smoke. Yes, I don't eat hamburgers. I don't drink Coca-Cola. Yes, I don't exercise. I don't go to the gym. I don't eat snacks. But this is only when we are using I, you, we, or they, student. That is when we are using I don't, you don't, we don't, they don't. But remember, students, that when we are talking about he or when we are talking about she, we are going to use a different auxiliary that is doesn't. 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 In Spanish, okay. In Spanish, he doesn't. Él no. Él no se baña. He doesn't take a shower. Él no cocina. He doesn't cook. Él no va al supermercado. He doesn't go to the gym. Remember that he doesn't, similar, maybe she doesn't, because he and she is going to be like similar exercises, right? And then you are going to say, for example, like he doesn't drive a car. You are going to use the negativity. She doesn't get on the bus, for example. She doesn't get on the bus. You are going to say different things. For example, she doesn't ride a bike. Hey, do you ride a bicycle? Students, do you ride a bike?
No, teacher, I don't.
Why? Why don't you ride a bike? Teacher, how do you say no tengo bicicleta in English? Teacher, I don't have a bicycle. Yeah, no tengo tiempo in English, students. Maybe it's another negative situation.
I don't have time.
Yes, I don't have time. O no me gusta in English.
I don't like.
I don't like it. Yes, I don't like to ride a bicycle. Yes, okay, students. So those are different things. Yes. Remember that you can say she doesn't, or maybe you are going to say in an affirmative way, Jennifer writes. Depends. It's going to be affirmative, or maybe it's going to be negative, depending on the situation. So students, there are different things, affirmative or negative, that we use. Yes. Okay, students, let's continue with the class. Remember that here we are using what? We are using the simple present. Remember, students, that we are going to use the simple present to indicate a routine. Y utilizamos all the time. Si yo quiero indicar de que eso sucede todos los días, que utilizo o en todo momento, usually or generally. Usually or generally. How do you stay in shape? I walk everywhere. I don't have a car. Student, when you are going to use the present progressive, además de utilizar la expresión right now, también pueden utilizar these days o this month to indicate que en este mes usted está haciéndolo, pero en el mes pasado no lo hizo, ni en el futuro tampoco lo va a hacer. Pero en este momento, en este mes, yes, I'm doing karate. These days, I'm doing karate. Yes, to indicate that. So I have a question for you, student. Sorry. I have a question for you. One moment. I'm going to ask you a question similar to this, student. The question is, what are you doing these days? Look at the question. In Spanish, student, what are you doing these days? Students, what are you doing these days in Spanish? Students, what are you doing these days?
¿Qué estás haciendo estos días?
Yes, okay. What are you doing these days? ¿Qué estás haciendo en estos días que no estabas haciendo en los días anteriores? What are you doing these days? So here you are going to indicate what, students? You are going to talk maybe about an activity. Yeah, maybe you are going to say, I am cooking. Yeah, for example, I'm cooking these days. What is the meaning of this, student? The meaning of this is in the past, I don't cook, but now I am cooking. So that is what you are going to express what? That's what you want to express. ¿Y por qué lo quieres expresar? Porque estás utilizando these days. Students, so these days indicates en estos días. What are you doing these days? I'm cooking these days. Okay, student, question for you. What are you doing these days, student? Question for you, please answer my question. What are you doing these days? No, teacher, I am studying. Teacher, I am working out. I'm traveling. I'm working these days. So there are different questions. What are you doing these days? So the question can vary. Las preguntas pueden cambiar. The questions can vary. For example, here, look at this.
Teacher,
Yes.
I am study for exams this day.
Hey, you are studying for the exam these days. Very good. You are studying for the exam these days. Oh, very good. O sea que cuando no hay examen no estudias. Yes, esa es la respuesta. Por eso es que
Oh,
utilizamos these days, right? Okay, no problem. It's an example, yes? But very good. Very good. I'm studying these days. Inmediatamente la otra persona analiza qué es these days. O sea que nosotros no estudias, sino solamente que recopilas the information. Very good. Okay, student, look at the next question. Look at this question. The next question is, what are you drinking these days? In Spanish, student, what are you drinking these days? In
yes,
Spanish, what are you drinking this? In Spanish?
¿qué has estado tomando en estos días?
Yes, very good. Yes, what are you drinking these days? What are you drinking these days?
I
Don't
am
hear.
drinking water these days.
That's it. I'm drinking water these days. ¿Qué significa these days? Que anteriormente no lo hacía. ¿Por qué razón cambiaste? No se sabe. But I'm drinking water these days. Very good. Student, that is the expression these days. In that way, we are going to use the expression this day y podemos cambiar on the verb, whatever you want, dependiendo de lo que usted quiera. Press communicate. Depends what you want to communicate. You are going to express the idea or you are going to use the verb. So student, to finish this part of the activity, what are you eating these days, students? What are you eating these days?
Pizza. I am
What are
eating
you eating
pizza.
these days?
¿Me escucha, profe?
Yes, I'm listening to you. Claro que sí, que te estoy escuchando.
I
Of
am
course, I
eating
listen to you.
pizza these days.
Repeat, please.
I am eating pizza these days.
You are eating pizza these days. Hey, very good. You are eating pizza these days. What kind of pizza do you like?
Napolitana.
Napolitana, Napolitan pizza. Hey, that's good. Napolitan pizza. That's very delicious, Curly's. Thank you for the information. Okay, students. Now, what is the teacher going to do? The teacher le voy a dar 10 minutos. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Le voy a dar 10 minutos para que ustedes me digan, what are you doing these days? Si vamos a utilizar what are you doing these days, students, tenemos que utilizar el presente progressive. ¿Por qué vamos a utilizar el present progressive? Queremos utilizar el present progressive because you are going to indicate, students, you are going to indicate qué actividad están haciendo, of course, in general, o si quieren enfatizar, what are you drinking these days, students, for example, or maybe what are you eating these days, or what you are eating these days, etc., etc. Okay, student, you are going to have 10 minutes. Van a tener 10 minutos y después de los 10 minutos me van a decir, you are going to communicate your activities or your routine these days. 10 minutes. Y también tomes esos 10 minutos para que se tome. Okay, students, see each other in 10 minutes. Nos vemos en 10 minutos, right?
Right, teacher. Buenos días, profesor. Mamá ya conectó por problemas de internet y de conectividad. Y profesor,
Okay, students, ready? Now we are going to
profesor,
the class. Yes? Okay. So
profe,
please,
me conecté,
vol
tengo problemas con la conectividad.
yeah, hay problemas con la connectivity, Cindy. Hay problemas con la connectivity. Yes, students, there are problems with the connectivity. Okay, students.
Actividad.
Yes, okay. The activity is what are you doing these days? That is my question. What are you doing these days? Yes. What are you doing these days? Student, that is a question. Please volunteer to give me your opinion about what are you doing these days? Volunteer to read what is the person doing these days. Remember that this is similar to this activity, students, the one that we make at the beginning. Yes, the one that is similar at the beginning.
Teacher,
Yes.
I waking up early these days.
Yes.
I'm watching a Netflix series these days.
Oh,
Uh,
you are watching Netflix series these days. Okay, continue.
yes, I am studying for exam these days. That's all.
Okay, very good. Okay, Lady Diaz is waking up early. Yes, she's watching TV series, Netflix platform, and she is studying these days. Teacher, ¿y por qué utiliza ing con these days? Because el mes pasado ella no estaba haciendo eso. That is the difference. Y como yo cambié ya mi hábito, como yo cambié el hábito que tenía de levantarme tarde, de no estudiar o de pronto de no ir de compras o de pronto de no hacer ejercicio, eso es lo que implica these days. No, for example, I'm exercising in the morning these days. Okay. I'm studying online these days. Okay, those are special. Thank you, Lady Marian. Lady Marian. Another student, please. Another person. Another person, please. What are you doing these days? Tell me. Remember, Clara, this is the most important moment. Este es el momento más importante de la clase. Why? Because you are interacting. You are having a real conversation. That's the most important. That's the most important. Students. Okay, only lady. Okay, students. Let's continue with the class. Remember that here is when we are using the simple present or the present progressive. Well, students, so here we have the vocabulary and we are going to start. Okay, student, look at this. So here we have a conversation that is, how are you? I'm sick. How do you feel? I'm sick. So, how are you? How are you? La utiliza el doctor cuando usted llega al consultorio y él le pregunta, how are you? How do you feel? ¿Cómo te sientes de salud? Remember, ya ese how are you para saludo de cómo estás, cómo te ha ido, ya no se utiliza mucho. Se utiliza el how you doing. Este lo utilizamos cuando queremos averiguar cómo se siente la persona de salud en caso tal de que usted sea doctor. How are you? I'm sick. How are you? I'm sick, or I'm fine, or I'm great, or I'm good, or how do you feel? Student, how do you feel? I'm sick. How are you? I'm sick. So what are we going to study, students? We are going to study health problem, problemas de salud. Yes, we are going to study health problems. Siempre que yo vaya a indicar un problema de salud que tengo, I'm going to say I have. I have. I have. Tengo dolor de cabeza. I have a headache. I have a stomach ache. I have a toothache. I have an earache. I have a backache. So, student, these are different illnesses or aches. Yes, aches. So here, what are we going to talk about, students? We are going to talk about um, aches, students. That's what we are going to talk now. We are going to talk about aches. In Spanish, aches, students. Oh, teacher, when you are talking about aches is malestares de salud, dolores. That's when we are going to say aches. That's what we are going to say. Aches, aches, dolores, malestares de salud. So here we have, I have a headache. I have a stomachache. I have a toothache. I have an earache. Or maybe I have a backache. And we have another class. We have another symptoms. I have a cold. I have a flu. I have a cough. I have a fever. I have a sore throat. And I have a shivering. I have a shivering. Student, how do you say tengo gripa? I have a cold. Tengo tos. Students, okay, teacher, I have a cough. I have a cough. Tengo fiebre. I have a fever. I have a fever. Tengo dolor de garganta. I have a sore throat. I have a sore throat. Yes, those are different symptoms. Remember that we are talking about the aches. Tengo dolor de muelas. I have a toothache. Tengo dolor de espalda. I have a backache. Tengo dolor de oído. I have an earache. So student, remember that all the things that we are talking about are aches. Yes, is when we are talking about the aches, or maybe also you can say that we are talking about pains. Aches or pains. ¿Y qué toma para los aches? Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Yes, those are the things. The students, sometimes we have another problems. For example, I have a broken leg. I have a broken arm. I have a sprain. I have a cut. Or I have a head bump. Or I have a sunburn. Student, remember, broken leg, broken arm, sprain. Sprain, what is a sprain, teacher? A sprain is when you have an accident, una torcedura de tobillo o una torcedura en la muñeca. You're going to say, I have a sprain. Yeah, I have a sprain. I have a cut, cuando se corta, cuando se araña la piel, I have a cut. When you have a head bump is cuando usted tiene un chichón por algún golpe fuerte. I have a head bump. And I have a sunburn is when you go to the beach and then you are going to have a head burn. Students, so that is what we are going to talk about. How do you feel? I have a fever. I have a rash. I have a headache. I have a fever. I have a rash. I have a headache. Yes. So how do you feel? I have a fever. I have a rash. I have a headache. Students, I have a broken leg. I have a broken arm. I have a sprain. I have a cut. I have a head bump. Students, what are we going to do? Students, what are we going to do? We are going to express, or you are going to complete the ideas. And what are we going to use, student? We are going to use this one. And we are going to use the expression. Students, what are you going to do? You are going to use when. In Spanish, when? No, teacher. In Spanish, when is cuando. Okay, so we are going to use when. What for? ¿Para qué vamos a utilizar el when? Students, we are going to use when to give an opinion. To listen to your opinion, what you do. Para saber lo que usted hace. What you do according to the pain or according to the aches. according to the pain or according to the aches, you are going to indicate what you do. That's what we are going to practice, student. And remember, what is the teacher doing? The teacher is using when. Yes. Student, when I have a fever, comma, I, etc., etc., etc. That's what we are using. When I have a rash, comma, I, etc., etc., etc. Student. So you are going to say what are the different options or the things you do when you have a headache, when you have a rash, or when you have a fever, right? Students, remember, student, si yo voy a hablar de tomar alguna medicina, yo no voy a utilizar el drink, yo voy a utilizar el take. Take para la medicina. I take acetaminophen, I take aspirin, I take Alka-Seltzer, I take sal de frutas, I take Gaviscon, I take penicillin, etc., etc., etc. I take Redoxon. I take Redoxon. So student, what are we going to do? That's what you are going to do. And here we have different situation. When I have a fever, cuando tengo fiebre. When I have a rash, cuando tengo un salpullido. Student, when I have a headache. That's it. Okay, student, question for you. What do you do when you have a fever? What do you do when you have a rash? What do you do when you have a headache, student? Tell me. What do you do? When you have a fever, what do you do? When you have a rash, what do you do? When you have a headache, tell me, students.
Teacher,
Yes,
uh, when I have a fever, I take acetaminophen.
very
And
good.
when I have a rash, I take a Caladril. And when I have a head shake, I
Headache.
when I have a headache, I take ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. Yes, okay. Very good. Okay, lady, pay attention. Take, take es para la medicina que yo me tomo. El caladril, como tú no te lo vas a tomar, tienes que decir I use.
Okay.
Okay. So, for example, for a fever, I have when I have a fever, I take acetaminophen. When I have a rash, I use Caladril. When I have a headache, I take ibuprofen. Okay, very good, lady. Yes. Okay, students, very good. Another opinion, class. What do you do when you have a fever? What do you do when you have a rash? What do you do when you have a headache? So remember, here we are using when to indicate cómo reacciono yo according to the situation. Yes, so we are going to use when. Why? Porque utilizamos when cuando yo voy a hablar de cosas que me suceden en la realidad. Yes, and here we are talking about the pronoun. When I have a fever, comma, I, etc. When I have, and we are going to use simple present. We are going to use simple present to indicate the routine that uh, we are commenting or that we are talking about. Another person, please, student. Another person to express how do you combat this situation? ¿Cómo combate ustedes este tipo de situation? No, teacher, yo no quiero hablar de esas situations, okay? Student, if you don't want to talk about these situations, here you are going to use, yes? So you can use this one because you are going to say when, sorry. The question is, what do you do when you have, what do you do, student, when you have a headache? What do you do when you have a stomach ache? What do you do when you have an earache? What do you do when you have a backache? Question for the teacher. Pregunta al profesor, teacher. Student, question for the teacher. What do you do? Question for the teacher. Okay, students, I'm going to send you, students, I'm going to send you an activity. I'm going to send you an activity in the chat. So you are going to do this activity. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to the chat, student. One moment. Okay. And here is another exercise about the present progressive, students. Okay, students, you are going to do those exercises. Ustedes van a hacer esos dos ejercicios y los van a montar hoy en la tarde. Se va a activar en el EVA esta actividad. Okay, students, and then we are going to continue in the next class. Entonces, estos ejercicios los realizan y hoy en la tarde se va a activar el link para que usted monte esas actividades en el EVA.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, very good. Yes, and remember que ya pueden comenzar a utilizar el Cambridge, right? Okay, students. Thank you very much.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, bye-bye.